The sun is rising. I like to get up and watch the sunrise. In the longer days of summer, I usually get up with the sun. But as the days shorten, and now I'm getting up a couple hours before sunrise, about 6 o'clock. Beautifully calm this morning. Sit here and look out around the old community with the sun rising just the other side of the church over there. Today I'm going to be finishing the strawberry bed. It's an idea I got from when Curtis Stone was visiting a farmer in Quebec. First, I want to show you a couple of the last bits of green that I'm still harvesting from the garden, and my 2 beds of herbs. So in a couple of hours, when the sun is up and things are nice and bright and dry, I'll go out and show you that. And a disappointment that was quite a surprise to me. I have to buy a new set of strawberry plants for next year. Maple leaves are falling. Nice carpet of orange leaves on the ground now. Probably remember the old greenhouse that I had there. I take a large tarp I had and put over it. There, of course, is the doorway. I'll fill that up with firewood now. This is the outflow ditch from the well. I had to build a bridge across it so that I could carry the firewood across. Still a lot of apples up in that apple tree. I got on the step ladder and using my apple picker I got the ones as high as I could. But up in the top of the tree there's a lot of apples. I got 2 5-gallon bucketfuls of apples off that tree, and most people in the area, their trees didn't do well. Now I have 4 more apple trees that bared practically nothing. Here is the 2 beds of herbs I had. I cleaned them out there a couple of days ago took out all the perennial weeds. This is Echinacea. Grew very well this year. My thyme, they'll be nice as little ball-shaped plants as they grow and I shape them. 2 plants of tarragon, and the sage. I have purple sage and green garden sage. I'm going to trim that now. I have plenty of sage dried, but I think I'll dry it and give it to my buddy when he visits Christmas time. Over in the second bed, of course, the monstrosity that is the catnip. I moved the bronze fennel up to here. I have 3 plants of bronze fennel which I'll be able to harvest from next year. And I just have a branch of catnip that fell over on top of my parsley. The parsley did nice and is still growing when the temperatures warm up. So that's beautiful. I have to decide what herbs I'm going to put in that last bit. It's nice that my neighbor cut down the couple of trees that were here, and so now these last two beds out will be receiving enough sun that I can fill them both out with herbs. Because of the size of the catnip, the ideal is just to plant some basil just along the edge here. So we go along the edge there and along here and see how large that basil grows next year. Now to trim this basil. Trim the sage, not the basil. And the tarragon. Snip the top off of this one. This one gets snipped back a bit more. There we are. The tarragon and the sage is cut back nicely. I can still harvest kale from the garden. 1, 2, 3, and 4 plants. And I have quite a bit of Swiss chard that I've been having some salads from. Cimarron lettuce that all tried to bolt, and the buttercrunch lettuce that died with the frost. Some of it is coming back now. Curtis Stone was visiting a market gardener in Quebec someplace, and he had strawberries. And so what he did at the fall, I thought, you know, that's a very good idea. I think I'll do that. So he took all these strawberry plants and cut back all the top growth. One of the things I found in the spring was that you come to your strawberry patch and you want to clean it out, but all this stuff has died down and you have this mat of dead leaves. You want to get out of there, but it's still attached to this base, and you don't want to cut into the new growth that's growing up, so it makes it a lot more difficult to actually get the strawberry patch cleaned out. So I'm going to cut this down, and I'll clean out, and I might be able to get out the roots of perennial weeds as well. I think I might later get kelp and put on there like I did the other beds. And okay, dropped them. I just had a slug. But I might clean out the area of slugs as well. I don't know. So I'm going to continue now and clip down all of this and remove it from both beds. Now you can see what I end up with after I got all the strawberry plants cut down. This is asparagus, the fern-like things there. And up to our second patch. I could have left the leaves all there as a mulch, because cutting it down now was mainly to make it easy to clean up in the spring. But for the sake of the video, and so you can see what I have done, what I end up with once it's all cut, I cleaned everything out, and I also used the cultivator in between the spaces. So now to back up before I cut the strawberries down, if you notice, I have a plant here that's completely dead. I have one here that's looks like it's got a couple green leaves on it. I have another one here that's been destroyed. Most of the brown that you see on the leaves came from the adult form. So this beetle here is the adult form of the strawberry root weevil. They sit on the leaves and suck the sap. But the maggot version burrows into the roots of the plant and thus kills the plants. And this is the second patch. They both got attacked. And so next year I have to buy a whole new set of strawberry plants. The beetle is flightless, so it has to walk to wherever it's going to get its food source. Now we have a lot of alpine strawberries around here. They're growing all throughout this grass, so it's not a surprise that they found this patch. But I do have a spot where I can put a new patch that doesn't have many wild strawberries growing close to it. And that is here, between the two, starts with an F, I can't remember the name of those bushes again. But I had prepared this last fall, and so come spring, it'll be ready. And if we look at the grass, there are very little, if any, wild strawberries growing. So I'll buy a bunch of strawberries next year and plant them here. So that's your video for today. My final maintenance on my strawberry patch. I hope you liked it. Please click the like button if you did. For now, this is Jotham saying live green and be nature. I'll see you in the next video.